Okay, I'm back in town and just got back from a trip. We spent 11 nights in the rooftop tent in a row, which was awesome. Got to really figure out the ins and outs of every bit of it now. We got really hot weather, cold weather, rain. We got everything, and the vehicle itself performed flawlessly, no hiccups at all. But that leads us into the next project, a rear ladder for getting up and down, stuff off the roof rack, doing up the tent. I wish I had it. You're just climbing all over the vehicle, not many things to grab onto. So today we are going to build a rear ladder. You can buy them, they're not that expensive, but I have leftover tube from the roof rack and scrap metal, and we're just going to put it all together and should be done this weekend. Okay, so we just measured up the tube. We had to make sure we measured it long enough for the radius. Just mistake I made with the roof rack again. You want to make sure that you're measuring for how long the radius will be. So we've done that. Now we're going to do the first side of the ladder and then the second side of the ladder. And the one side will also have that 30-degree bend to go with the curvature of the door. But we're going to get started on that.
Stop there and then loosen it back. Easy.
We check the...
Yeah, you come on.
The bottom of the water fee. This guy.
Out right over.
Okay, day two. We got quite a bit done in just one afternoon and pretty happy with the way it's going. So if you look at it now, it's pretty much on its way. We did it so that the curve follows the curve of the door, and really happy about that. Made it a little more complex, had to do a few bends to get that right. Everything fits, we just test fitted it, and the channel up here works perfectly. This sort of project is exactly what you want. If you want to practice your welding, you don't need anything fancy, it's just mild steel. I have a flux welder. Mark got a lot of practice and laid down some pretty good welds. So now I'm just going to do the 3 rungs and then the bottom and top mounting points, finish those up, and this one will be a wrap. Okay, so I have the lengths cut out, now I'm notching them, but as you notice, since I have it at the angle, my rungs, my ladder rungs, are going to be a little off to make it 90 degrees to the actual car. So you're gonna have to base it off the top mounting point, not the sides, or else they will be on a slant. So I now am working on getting those 90, and then I'll tack them in. These are all just tube notch using angle grinder, just cut off wheel and flap disc. There's a lot of great videos on how to do that. It works really convenient if you don't have a tube notcher, but that's what I'm working on right now. and then I'll tack those into place and have my 3 rungs all done. Okay, so here it is now that I put a coat of primer on it. It will be the same paint as the bumper and roof rack, the satin black, but I didn't want to paint it yet because I have my next project, and I'm just gonna save time by doing them at the same time. So with everything welded and good to go, a little pro tip if you ride bikes is keep your inner tubes, because now with my mounting, which I can pull up here, I'm just gonna make little rubber gaskets, pads for when I mount it. And I'm actually gonna do the drilling into the car now too, so it won't scratch the paint. It'll be nicer when, give it a little cushion when you're climbing up it, grabbing onto it. So just gonna do that now. So now just to drill out and then riv nut the mounting on, and then I'll take it back off and paint it. So I got my M5 riv nut that's gonna be holding on the ladder. I'm just gonna put some automotive silicone around it just to make sure it has a really nice seal. No water's getting into my door. But here it is all mounted up. Again, it's not finished painted and needs a little more just finishing touches, but I think we really followed the line of the window well, and we bent it back in to keep the same distance the whole way. So I think it turned out really well. I really wish I had it on my last trip, because you probably noticed me going up and down with rooftop tent. So I think it'll be a super useful, easy That's a wrap on that one. It went really, really well. It also looks really good. It still needs that final coat of paint, but I'm gonna wait till I'm done my next project, which I already started today. But it's gonna be super good for the trips. I was up and down so much in that last trip video. I don't think anyone watches those videos, but if you did, you'd see that we have to climb up the sides and all that to get to the rooftop tent to undo it, or get stuff off the roof rack. So this will be super useful in trips. It also was a super easy project because I had the metal lying around. If you want to do it even easier, you could use square tubing and just do 45-degree angles, so you have 90 degrees into the car, which would make it even easier. But I really like the round tube look, and I had it lying around from the roof rack. But that's it for this one. So thank you for watching, and hope you guys are staying safe out there.